Massachusetts cities are taking big steps to combat climate change. They're hoping to inspire others to make changes for the future.
Tonight, Storm Team 5's chief meteorologist Harvey Leonard takes us to Beverly and Framingham, showing us how people in those communities are helping reduce their carbon footprint.
Listen closely. That's the sound, or lack thereof, of the city of Beverly making a very loud statement about lowering its carbon footprint.
We now have 2 electric full-size school buses, and we've just ordered 3 more.
The buses look just like any other bus you've ever seen. Same yellow color, same green seats. The differences lie under the hood, and more noticeably, in the back.
You don't smell anything. There's no tailpipe. I know the first group we had, the elementary kids, were calling this one the Magic Bus. Welcome aboard, Harvey.
Thanks. I'm really enjoying this ride. It's hard to believe I'm on a bus. It's pretty smooth, it's pretty quiet, and I'm still wrapping my head around the fact there's no exhaust pipe with this, and there are no fumes coming out of the back of the bus. It's great.
The buses are part of an agreement with Highland Electric, which supplies the equipment and the energy. A full charge takes about 3 hours, and once charged, the buses can send their energy back to the grid when energy demand is high.
That happened last summer with this particular bus. It was the first one we got. We were able to cool all of North Beverly, which is where we're in right now, off of the bus.
But these buses are just part of the overall effort in Beverly to battle greenhouse gas emissions.
We are atop 15 acres of a former landfill in Beverly that was capped a couple decades ago, and this is a 4.9 megawatt solar array that is contributing clean energy to the grid.
The panels, all 12,250 of them, produce enough energy to run 745 homes for a year from just one of the sites in Beverly.
Right now we have a ground-mounted solar array at Beverly High School, and this is the oldest continuously operating solar array in the country. It was built in 1981. They look pretty different, and we're going to be replacing that array as part of a 4.3 megawatt project that encompasses 6 sites around the city.
And the police department has some new digs. They literally dug 36 500-foot wells to harness underground energy.
We were able to put a geothermal system in the ground under the building to heat and cool it. And the goal is to take a building that's open 24 hours a day, every day of the year, and try to make it net zero.
The use of geothermal energy here at the Beverly Police Department is helping the building to get to net zero emissions, while the city of Framingham is hoping to use geothermal energy and take it to a whole new level.
Typically, you'll see an individual home or an individual business that's installing a geothermal system, and what this new pilot really entails is connecting buildings together so they can share the energy within the system.
This pilot project between the city of Framingham and Eversource is still in planning stages and set to break ground during the second half of 2022. It's a first-of-its-kind project in New England. The hope is to take a proven clean energy technology and make it even more efficient.
By stringing and networking all these buildings together, we're, number one, reducing the energy demand, which is part of how we're going to be addressing climate change. And then, 2, can we maximize the temperature underground, which is typically about 55 degrees.
2 smaller cities making big strides in the fight against climate change.
I'm Storm Team 5 Chief Meteorologist Harvey Leonard.